Credit markets are asymmetric in nature. The upside is often visible and known in terms of the coupon and the principal that you're getting. The downside, on the other hand, can be quite significant if an issuer weakens, goes into default, or if there is a liquidity incident. What we also have to understand is that these events don't necessarily have to be dramatic or sudden. It can also be in the form of slowly deteriorating fundamentals, which can really have a material impact on the issuer's ability to meet its financial obligations.
Which is why volatility is not the only measure of risk in credit. The real issue is not price moves from day to day, but whether fundamentals are permanently impaired.
And risk tends to be underestimated, especially when markets are calm. Tighter spreads, lower volatility gives investors the impression that everything is fine. And as a result, they tend to stretch for yield without fully understanding the risks they are taking on. And that is why for us, risk comes first. What we want to do is to completely understand the risk so that we can better deploy it to generate returns. And that is where the notion of taming risks comes into play.
When we talk about taming risk, this is not a slogan, it's a mindset. This is really about identifying risk early rather than discovering it when markets are already under stress.
Taming risk entails rigorous analysis and discipline in order to get an understanding of the creditworthiness of each issuer. Each company goes through deep bottom-up research and receives an internal credit assessment before it enters a portfolio.
I think an important aspect of taming risk is being comfortable with discipline, and that includes saying no.
If we cannot explain why we own the bond, or articulate the risks that we're taking, or even understand what would make us change our mind, then we should not own it. And over time, I believe it is that discipline that allows you to extract risk-adjusted returns from the markets. When it comes to credit at Kredietmarkten, there are 3 pillars. The first is focus. We deliberately work with a focused set of issuers based on an adequate level of transparency, access to management, data, and liquidity.
Oftentimes, liquidity is something investors only think about when it's not there.
That is why liquidity needs to be managed upfront, not as an afterthought. The second pillar of our process is portfolio construction. We manage diversification, position sizing, and risk budgets very actively so that the portfolio represents and reflects our convictions and views at all times.
And the third pillar is being active. When spreads have done their job, we take profits. When credit cycles evolve, we optimize exposure. And when the risk thesis breaks, we cut losses. That ability to act decisively is what allows us to invest for income while keeping risk in its proper place.
Credit can be a powerful source of income in portfolios, but only if risk is understood and managed carefully and actively. And that matters even more in this stage of the credit cycle, where markets seem calm, but vulnerabilities can build beneath the surface. That is why at Kredietmarkten, we believe in taming risk rather than running from it.